I guess we live to fight another day.
All right, you sons of bitches. Are you on Twitter?
We can edit this in. We can edit this picture in.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, you seeing it for the first time, Tony?
Did you see it?
How do I get this check?
So you also got to describe it to the audience.
All right. Let's go ahead and take a look. I sent it to us in the group. It is our predictions for round 2 of the NBA playoffs.
Oh, here we go.
No.
And I'm pulling this up here because this man named Chris Billings was dragging. He was dragging me and Nick and everyone that believed in the Suns. He was dragging us, and he was just like, "You guys are schmucks. The Suns are a fraud team. Fraud." So while Billings says all of this, and it obviously proves to be true, I pulled this little screenshot.
It was a long con. It was a long con.
I pulled this little screenshot up, and it says Mavericks Suns. Billings predicts the Suns to win in 6 games. What the fuck, Billings?
Hey, that would have been wild to pick the Mavs in that series.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
That was you. You were explaining to us that they were frauds the whole time, and then you go on and pick them to beat the Mavs.
Because that was just like a short-term victory for myself. Long-term, the war here, the Suns are fucking frauds.
Look at him. Look at him. He was dragging me because I said the Suns would make the conference finals at least. And I see where this guy is picking the exact same shit.
Yep.
But you did say they would have made the Pelicans.
All right. Since we're talking about the Suns, let's get into it. What the fuck happened at Chris Paul's birthday and his birthday party? Because one night he's making 14 for 14, destroying the Mavericks. The next night he can't guard anybody and can barely reach double digits. What the fuck is happening? Nick, what do you got?
I don't know. It's just I expected them to win that series and lose the next one.
What happened?
But I don't. I got nothing on it. I don't know what happened.
Billings, what do you got for fraud watch here?
Even a safety cone gets run over occasionally, man.
I don't understand what's happening, man. I don't understand what's happening.
It seems like the truth has finally come out about Chris Paul, that he is just this fraud. He's a hack. He's a good player, but he's essentially just mellow. He's just
First of all,
he doesn't belong in the elite conversations with people like LeBron.
No one is putting him there. Let's.
Yes, they were.
Look at him.
Plenty of people said, "Oh yeah, CP3, best point guard ever."
Yes, he is the point guard. Before this point guard fraud continues over here, and Billings goes off on roasting Chris Paul. I don't know what happened.
Where you become a point guard in the finals.
He came so close last year, man. Game 5, he's destroying the Mavericks, or game 6 or whatever.
No, I would say last year was the fluke for the Suns, to be honest.
I mean, if you think about it, he's no different than James Harden. Neither one of them has really proved anything. They've got close.
And Russell Westbrook and
yeah.
All right. I've never seen anybody play point guard position better than Chris Paul in my entire life.
But he's not in that next level. How much I love Damian Lillard, but he's not in that elite level.
Dude, look at Nick trying to flex the Miami Heat love. Is this what's going on? Is that the reason that you guys didn't want Chris Paul? You guys knew you could see this. You could see this crash coming. You were like, yeah, no.
You know who was the next level guy? Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Utah Jazz minority owner Dwayne Wade. Is that who Chris Billings is shouting out? Utah Jazz minority owner, right?
Hey, what if it's all a plan? What if he's just there?
Look at this. Here we go. Conspiracy corner. Get the tin hat going. Tell me about the plan, Nick. Tell me about the plan.
What if he's just there to get Donovan Mitchell traded to Miami? Once that happens, he's out. Him and Mickey Harrison got a side deal.
You are Tuanin, aren't you? You are Tuanin. Like, I'm convinced of this. You're the one posting in these message boards all this shit.
This is the first. Look at the culture. The culture of, what do you call this? Spycraft, where Dwayne Wade has become a minority owner to send the best asset the Jazz have to the Heat. What are they traded him for? Victor Oladipo's broken ass or what? Because he's got nothing for you guys.
I don't know, but Zaire Wade's part of that deal somehow, some way.
This guy, look at you, the greediest fuck ever. You're trying to like.
What's the deal with Kyle Lowry? Explain this one to me, Nick.
Bro, Danny Ocean over here.
That hamstring's a tricky thing.
Dude, he's all lower body. Have you seen Kyle Lowry? Baby got back. You can't let him go out there.
Exactly. He can't go out there like that.
No, with the broken. No.
He is a coach on the court, but those games 3 and 4 in Philly last series, he wasn't himself. Flat. He was not himself. And he's been doing it up until last night. The Heat were 7-0 in the playoffs with him missing games. I mean, you don't want him to miss 7 games as the 8th game, but he was being that coach on the sidelines. We do need him back, but we need a healthy version of him. Otherwise, he may be a liability.
All right. I already have a coach on the sidelines. His name's Udonis Haslem. Stop getting these player coaches on the sideline.
Hey,
that's an
Juwan Howard did it for years.
This is true. That was another one. Yes.
Okay, Nick. What's going on with this Miami Heat offense? That is what I want to ask about.
I mean, you alluded to it in our side conversations that he needs help. Eric Reed went out and said, Bam needs to be more aggressive. Tyler Hero needs to be more aggressive. And right now it is all Jimmy. Yeah, they were over before game 2. They were averaging 111 over the last 2 series. Jimmy Butler was averaging 30 to 35 of that. So there was contributions aside from Jimmy Butler. But game 2 of the series and the last few games, it has been Jimmy Butler. He needs help.
Billings, what do you got?
Yeah, Jimmy Butler, he was just like, plain simple, he's probably exhausted in this game, like after what he did in game 1. Like, and I get there's a break between games, but like that probably like that carries with you eventually. Mm-hmm. And he probably expected that his team would like rise to the occasion for game 2. He's like, all right, I came out, I made the statement for game 1, like got us started. And like, no, we can't allow Boston to split with us, because ultimately if we split with Boston, that will be a success for them. And Boston achieved what they needed to in Miami. So that was just, it was kind of a bummer that the role players didn't rise to the occasion for Jimmy and the Heat.
It's interesting to me because this is clearly like a battle of the 2 best defensive teams in the league. Boston's team defense is disgusting. Miami's team defense is amazing. Miami's offense is the problem. And I think Jimmy Butler, as crazy as this sounds, is holding the Miami Heat offense back. I think you guys need to, like, I watch this team and it's dribble handoff, get setting guys up with a pick and roll off, dribble handoff. Why doesn't anybody cut? There's no cutters on this team. Like the Warriors, when I watch them, back cuts. Bam Adebayo should be doing these back cuts, should be doing these fake pick and rolls and going ahead and doing these like these back cuts, rolling to the rim runs, getting those alley-oops. Like, his athleticism isn't something that Boston can match up with. That's just what I was seeing. And I was just like, this is not going to work against this team, man.
See, every point that you just made right there is why we need Kyle Lowry back. He is the facilitator of all of that. Right now, Jimmy Butler is doing too much. Yeah. Jimmy Butler is trying to make up for Lowry being out. Mm-hmm. And as great as Gabe Vincent has been, he is not Kyle Lowry. Yeah. We're missing those right off the rebound, hit-ahead passes to Jimmy Butler, where Jimmy doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
But just get out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Jimmy can't throw it to himself up there.
Yeah. Well, Bam's just not enough presence in the paint to I mean, like essentially to take other guards off of shooters, and that's what this team is it's a bunch of perimeter shooters, and the offense just isn't facilitating those shots.
Yeah, you have the perimeter shooters. You're supposed to have Bam posting up. You run the pick and roll between Bam and Lowry, and then you got the wild card and Jimmy Butler just doing everything. But he doesn't have to be the focal point, and that gives them the freedom to do everything, sort of like a free safety.
I agree with you. Jimmy's so much better off ball. You
Yeah.
guys, if Lowry comes back in game 4, game 5, I think that's the boost you guys need. But the way that this Boston team is playing right now.
Yes. They are very long. They are long, and they hit all those gaps. They got these long arms and they're filling every spot.
Well, they'll never shoot like that again. They're not going to shoot like that again all series. That was just stupid.
Yeah.
Like
20 for 40 from 3?
Dumb.
No.
Dumb.
That was the difference in the game right there.
They were like 9 for 11 to start the game, all in the first quarter. I was just like, okay, when that happens, like there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do.
And like I know you can't really measure it, but like playoffs are all just about like kind of just the ebb and flow of the tone. And Boston like knew that they shit the bed in the third quarter of game 1. And so like, yeah, they came up with a fire under their ass for this game. Like you best believe it. And like they wanted to make every shot, and that's what happened.
Yeah. And Jimmy Butler even said it after the game. He wants to feel this pain. He doesn't want to forget it because they came there to embarrass us. And they did.
Yeah.
And now Jimmy is going to show up for game 3, and he's going to have a fire under his ass.
Yes. So I agree with you guys. I was originally thinking this was going to go 6. I agree with you. It's going to go game 7. And I don't even want to know what those tickets are going to
That's where Miami has the advantage. If it's 7-game series, it goes back to Miami. And ultimately, I think that's the difference maker.
That's where the home court advantage matters, you sons of bitches. Okay, bring this back, everyone. We were arguing about home court advantage in the group chat, and Nick was showing us about the Heat winning these games and then like having the first 2 games at home or whatever, talking about winning 2 more games than the Celtics. But no, this is where it actually matters. Game 7 at home. Yes.
And I will take Jimmy Butler in game 7 any day of the week.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. That's a nightmare. PJ Tucker as well. Those,
Well,
the kennel, like you said, the kennel, man.
Don't get it wrong. Like the Heat have this compartmentalized as well. Like they realize if they can split in Boston, like they're in a good position as well. So just got to win 1 out of 2.
Man, Tyler Hero needs to improve on finishing at the cup. Good Lords, my goodness. He has the quickness, but he just can't finish. And I don't know. He's frustrating.
He can. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's like the opposite of playoff Jimmy. He's just, I was hoping that there'd be a
bubble
spark
hero.
From exactly
bubble
a spark
hero
from that bubble series,
hero.
That 37-point snarl.
Yep. Yeah, but no, he's got the quickness. He'll probably bounce back one of these games in Boston as well. Yeah. Maybe they'll run some.
He needs to have at least 1 game where he breaks out.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Before I came over here, let's talk about some of this Mavericks Warriors action. It was looking like Luka was going to start cooking him. He made his first 2 shots. He was just looking nasty. Pulling it up right now. I don't know if you guys are watching. It is 31-25. Luka has 17 in the first quarter.
I have no faith in the Mavs in this series. Like it's probably going to be a 4 or 5 game series.
Why?
Because the Warriors are just that good.
Nick?
I don't know. I think this series goes 6. The Warriors do take it though. But I think just the combination of Steph and Clay, Draymond doing Draymond is just going to be too much for them. Because unless Luka gets 2 guys to step up, not just 1, just 2, just to give him some help. Because it's sort of like the Jimmy with the Heat. I mean, Luka's doing a lot of the heavy lifting for this team. and it's as far as he'll take them. But I think in the end, Warriors are just going to be too much. Just too much shooting on the outside.
Yeah. Okay. If I told you the Mavericks won this series, how did that happen?
Like Steph would have to probably be injured.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Which main Warrior player went down?
Okay, that's the question then. So you think that there's no way Luka going absolute crazy 45, 50-point nights every game? They're still not
the
beating.
thing about
it's
this
possible.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
it's
Billy.
possible, but this Warriors team, like, they've seen Lukas before and they've eaten them for breakfast. Like,
they find a way to take game 2. I think it's a possibility.
The problem is when someone like Luka rises to the occasion, then someone like fucking Clay or Draymond rises to the occasion and just doesn't matter. Sorry. Thanks for playing.
This Mavericks team is so weird. Like, man, I was sleeping on this Spencer Dinwiddie cat. He's a contributor in that second role. As Jalen Brunson, no dice. No, someone's gonna get hosed that pays that man. If he leaves the Mavericks, like, he is not gonna be good. That is like a bench player, 6th man at best. I've seen that. I was like, nope. These dudes are a dime a dozen. But because he's playing next to Luka, he gets all these open looks. Yeah. But they have such a strange team, man. Yeah. So weird.
But Warriors, like, they have some guys like Jordan Poole that just rise to the occasion, like I said, and just erase all of that.
Yeah.
They're too deep.
That's some culture. They fixed Andrew Wiggins, for God's sakes, man.
I mean, there's a reason that the Heat and the Warriors have been to what, 11 out of the last 12 finals, something like that.
That's the culture. That's the culture right there. So what do you got? Warriors in 5, Billings? Warriors in 6?
I'm gonna say Warriors in 5. Like, yeah, Luka might be able to pull one game out of his ass, but that's about it.
Nick, what do you got?
I mean, you made me doubt myself now, so I'm gonna go Warriors in 7.
Damn, Warriors.
It might be a close 7.
No, I agree with Billings.
I know. I believe it will go Warriors in 6, but if there's an injury to a Warriors player, that's going to be another game 7.
I don't think
NBA fans should be. We got 2 game 7s then.
As crazy as this sounds, the Warriors, unless it's Draymond, I think that they're fine. It doesn't matter who gets injured. Like, that's how great and deep they are. Like, if Steph got out, like, Jordan Poole and Clay would just take more shots and they'd be fine. They're nasty. Like, if Jordan Poole, this is a question I was going to ask you. If Jordan Poole was available on the free agent market, is he not the most, like, valuable free agent? Like, Jordan Poole, what does it look like if the Nuggets get Jordan Poole, Billings, and you have Jordan Poole and Jokic? That was pretty quick. Look, Nick, what does it look like if Jordan Poole's on the Heat and Jimmy's off the ball with Jordan Poole? Yeah. That's a pretty good team. Jordan Poole's running pick and rolls with Bam.
Who do we got to give up? Who do we got to give up?
I'm gonna say something.
He got no cap space.
You're not gonna like it.
System player. System player. So you're just like, he's Harrison Barnes. As soon as he leaves the Warriors, nobody will ever hear about him again.
Exactly.
Nobody will ever hear.
He'll get a max contract, and they'll be like, "Well, that was a waste of fucking money."
You hear that, everybody? I tried to shade Jalen Brunson, and Billings came over the top of me to shade Jordan Poole, of all fucking players.
Like, yeah, it's just, hey, just saying, just throwing that out there into the universe.
Throw that out there. That's a hot one. What do you think of that, Nick? System player Jordan Poole.
Haven't watched enough to say that, but
you're fucking crazy, Billings. That was that translation right there.
Remember,
I haven't watched
long con, baby. Only time will tell.
West Coast games.
Those West Coast games.
That's true. Yeah, we can't expect Nick to watch the West Coast games.
I'm asleep by the time most of them start.
That's true, man. That's true. I know what it's like over there. It's weird. It's
Yeah,
weird.
you don't even get off work in time for the ones over here to start.
I can barely watch West Coast games. Like, yeah, I'm not expecting him to watch them.
All right. You know what? I made a mistake here. I've allowed this to go on. Devin Booker needs to get some shit on him. Good Lord, my God. That's a fraud. There's your fraud right there, Billy. That Devin Booker guy? No, sir. Zach LaVine is better than Devin Booker. Donovan Mitchell is better than Devin Booker. That was a no-show in one of like the biggest. He's the one that turned it over against Giannis in that series. He's also the one for the finals. He was the one that got stripped by Drew Holiday, and then they ran down there and threw the alley-oop to Giannis to swing that whole series. And then in Game 7, Chris Paul obviously like fucking aged overnight and became worthless. This is your squad, Devin Booker. You were the main dude for 35 games when Chris Paul was injured. What happened? What happened to Devin Booker? Luka made him look like a baby back bitch and was like, oh, Luka's special, huh? Luka's special. What's going on?
Looks like Tony's having what the alcoholics refer to as a moment of clarity.
He was so good, man. I was buying into Booker so much. I was like, bro, look at this guy. He's the next guy. And then this Game 7 shows up and he's 11 points. 11 points in a Game 7. We roasted LeBron for his 8-point game against the Mavericks in the finals. 11 points in a Game 7.
I remember ESPN trying to sell me that he was the MVP this season.
I might have been part of that sale, okay? And I'm angry because I was part of that sale, okay? God damn it.
No, like, that's just... That
Tony,
team really... Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry to change subjects real quick, but Tony, you brought up a player, Zach LaVine. What do you think about the rumor of LeVar Ball suggesting that he may go to the Los Angeles Lakers? How does that make you feel as a Bulls fan?
It pisses me off so much because I swear to God, I just want to watch this team healthy for like 20 games. For 20 games, we had Lonzo, DeRozan, LaVine, Patrick Williams, and Vucevic. Those 5 guys I got to see play for like 7 minutes before Patrick Williams dislocated his wrist and missed like 3/4 of the season. And then when he came back, Lonzo was out. And so I was just like, dude, I just want to see the team healthy for 20 games. And then I'm in this stupid Bulls community, and you should see some of the trade requests and trade machine shit that gets put out. People are trying to get Gobert on this team. Rudy Gobert is suddenly going to be on the Bulls. And I'm like, why? And then you're telling me Zach LaVine is in this clutch group because
Wade is from Chicago.
Possible, very possible. Maybe in that 3-way trade with the Heat.
That sleeper agent, somehow the Heat are ending up with Donovan Mitchell. Zach LaVine's going to be on the Jazz, and the Bulls are going to end up with Rudy Gobert.
Yep. And then be like, you wanted the Lakers? Enjoy Salt Lake City, motherfucker.
They'll probably have to send Duncan Robinson to Salt Lake as well.
What happened to him? What did he do? Explain that man to me. Nobody has these answers.
He lost minutes when Victor Oladipo started getting more.
But Victor Oladipo sucks.
I wouldn't say sucks. But wow. He does not suck.
My God, he sucks. Nick, he sucks. You don't need to play him.
He needs a little seasoning.
Seasoning.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind, how many games has he played over the last 2 years?
I don't care. He sucks.
It's in the 20 range.
Give those shots to Duncan Robinson. I think Duncan Robinson's probably a better defender than Victor Oladipo at this point in their careers.
I don't know about that.
What's happening?
I've seen Victor Oladipo poke away some balls, and Duncan Robinson was always a liability, and that's why Max Strus got more minutes.
Oh my God,
Max Strus provided the same shooting that Duncan did in the bubble and for half of 21.
Max Strus?
No,
you know what I'm going to say.
Robinson.
You know what I'm going to say.
Duncan Robinson played great until he got that contract.
Well, after what happened to Max Strus's ankles, Duncan Robinson needs to get some minutes because Marcus Smart done cooked him. Plenty of seasoning, as Billings would say. I think he crossed him and broke both of his ankles on that move. It was bad. It's
It
bad.
was bad.
It's bad.
Cross those ankles into another dimension.
Yeah, but
God, dude, straight up, man. That was so horrible.
Hey,
He was just helpless out there.
And if it wasn't for Marcus Smart's hair, he would have been blocked by Tyler Hero. He was blocked by
That was
Tyler
blocked.
Hero. The
That was a
only
block.
reason that was a foul is because Tyler Hero's chest hit Smart's hair and forced it to go forward a little bit. Otherwise, that was a clean block.
You're right. I'm going back.
I agree with you there.
Take those points away. You guys only lost by like 23. All right.
That was a turning point because
that was still not a turning point.
Yes, it was. That was midway in the first quarter.
They were already up. They already had made the run. You guys were like trying to close.
We're gonna have to go check that. We're gonna have to check that.
I just hope that this series isn't that, where it's just like a bunch of blowout games back and forth.
Yeah,
no,
I think it'll be much closer. Come when we get to Boston. Boston may win Game 3 in 10-point range.
Damn.
But I think the Heat come back Game 4, maybe overtime win. Series evened up.
These are crazy bold takes by Nick.
Sidebar on this, by the way, I think the Warriors ruined this about the league. Playoff games used to be a lot closer, I feel like. And now it's just these like blowout games where if like one team gets hot shooting, the other team's just like, fuck it. Like we're done.
You're not wrong.
Hold on. My man just went to a sidebar, said, fuck your Heat conversation, Nick. The Warriors have ruined the playoffs.
Not to sound like an old man.
Basketball. In addition to ruining basketball, Steph Curry, your team has ruined the playoffs.
Yeah. You've ruined a true 7-game series, man. Like
we just watched one with Celtics and Bucks, and the defending champs got knocked out.
Don't get me wrong, we've seen some good series this season, but there's been a lot of just like those series where it's 30-point blowout, 20-point blowout, back and forth. That stinks.
He's just shitting on the Suns again.
And these Boston fans want
okay.
They want to
tell us about the Boston fans.
These massholes.
These massholes, they're classy. They're classy.
They are classy. They're
classy, right?
They're classy. That's right.
They're classy.
Who would want to be a Celtics fan, though? Like,
they don't want to recognize that they beat a Bucks team in 7 games. They did not have Chris Middleton, but they would have. And now, they wanted to complain. Game 1, they didn't have Gordon and Smart. But come Game 2, yes, they Heat's ass, but they don't want to recognize that we didn't have Kyle Lowry and how much that changes our offense. So can't have it both ways.
They're delusional. They're delusional fans.
I love it.
Like less delusional than the Sixers fans, but
these are the same fans that think
delusional.
Mac Jones is God. So.
I love it. This strikes a chord. It goes deep. This is what sports is so great. Nick is over here just like, I see him on Twitter. I see him just like, you are failing to recognize that these teams are not who you think they are. You guys got lucky against the Bucks. Middleton was out. We don't have Lowry. Fuck you guys, you massholes. I see you. You. I know how you feel.
Well, they act like they're a modern day dynasty, and they're not. Like, fuck off.
Point to Billy on that. 1 championship in 35 years. You ain't no modern day dynasty. Let me tell you that. No. You have the same championships as the Mavericks and the Raptors. Not a dynasty. Sorry. Like 35 years. I'm sorry. That's enough time to be like, yo, you're not a dynasty.
At least Nick has credibility. And he's like, yeah, the Heat, like modern day in the 2000s, they're like one of the best teams out there. Like Warriors, one of the best teams out there. But no, like the Celtics, like you're kind of a fucking fluke, man.
You hear that? Part of me dies every time I bet on the Celtics. Let me tell you.
It's almost like when the Jets somehow made it to some conference championship games.
Right? Yeah, when they went to like back-to-back AFC championship games and they're like, oh, we're fucking back. We're fucking amazing. And it's like, no.
It's always great when you can correlate those sports like that, and this is why you have that Celtics, Patriots, Heat, Dolphins little thing going on right now, Nick.